Hi, my name is Stacy Morier, and I'm the founding lawyer of Estate Connection Law Firm in St. Albert, Alberta. I recently received a question from a client, and at first thought it sounded like a good idea, but as we explored it, it became very clear that this wasn't in our best interest. My client had asked me why she can't give away all her property while she's alive. There's a couple reasons why this isn't a good idea. And the first one is if you are going to give your property to your children or your grandchildren while you're alive, you could be running amok of some deemed disposition rules. So, for instance, if you have farmland and you want to give it away while you're alive, you could be creating a big tax problem for yourself at the end of the year. Or maybe it's your primary residence and you've decided that, you know what, I'm going to put my children on title with me. Well, if your children aren't living in that home as their primary residence, you could run into an issue where the children are now deemed to have a secondary residence and that becomes taxable for them. Another example of this is where you put your children on your bank account. Or maybe you decide that you're going to give them all your vehicles and cars and stuff nowadays. Well, what can happen if you put your child on the bank account is sometimes if they go through a divorce or maybe get into trouble with Revenue Canada, all of a sudden your assets can be locked up and you're having to prove that you didn't actually mean to give them those assets. Or if you decide that you're going to put your children on your vehicle to your car and either they get into an accident or you do, well, each other is now involved with a lawsuit. We are really lucky in Alberta how low our probate fees are. I wouldn't suggest that you do this because, in all likelihood, if you don't want to pay for probate, you don't want to pay for all the paperwork to get this done so that things are held in trust properly and you're protected. Make sure that if you're going to give your assets away to your children, you're ready to release control and you don't need anything from it at the end of the day. Questions or concerns about gifting all your estate away while you're still alive? Contact our office. We're here to help and provide advice.